Kris Knoblauch made 4 lineup changes in Game 4, and boy did they pay off, helping tie this series up at 2. I'll tell you all about how we got here and what's next for both teams, but first, please pause this video, go subscribe to the channel, and then come back and hit play on the video again. It's 2-2 through 4 games, and the Edmonton Oilers have to be feeling good heading back down south to play the Stars in Dallas on Friday night, and part of the reason why was just how well the Oilers played in Game 4. Really, from an Oilers perspective, the last 46 or so minutes of Game 4 couldn't have gone any better, and it was due in part to a collection of things that Edmonton have been hoping for improvement upon. All of those things were really good in Game 4. The Stars really didn't have anything in the way of grade A scoring chances in the second or especially the third periods, which was a testament to Edmonton's defense. You had Leon Draisaitl, who'd been quiet in the series so far, getting on the board with a big goal, and you had the depth scoring stepping up in a big way with both Ryan McLeod and Mattias Janmark scoring a goal each. Even Stuart Skinner bounced back after a tough start to the game. The first 6 minutes weren't his, but from there, he was steady and he made the saves that he needed to make. The Oilers have come this far in the Stanley Cup playoffs with constant concerns plaguing the team's depth scoring, defense, and goaltending, and Game 4 showed that it is possible for the Oilers to get enough help from those 4 categories. The Stars have not lost back-to-back games in the playoffs since the first 2 playoff games this season when they went down 2-0 to start round 1 against Vegas. Friday night in Dallas is huge for the Oilers because bringing the series back for a Game 6 in Edmonton with the Oilers 1 win away from the Stanley Cup final, Edmonton will either have to earn their second straight win in Game 5 or need to win back-to-back games to turn around the 3-2 hole. I mentioned the depth scoring and Ryan McLeod getting back into the lineup. He scored a goal. That was one of 3 lineup changes Kris Knoblauch made for Game 4, with McLeod, Perry, and Philip Broberg getting into the lineup in the place of Warren Foegele, Sam Carrick, and Vinny Desharnais. And all 3 of McLeod, Perry, and Broberg turned out very solid performances, with Perry especially answering the bell. His back pressure and his play in defensive transition was the best I've seen it be in the entire playoffs in Game 4. But let's, I was looking ahead. I've made a whole lot of references to Game 4. I think enough of that. Here is how it all went down. Game 4 Oilers Stars, Dallas came out flying, and it was one of the best Dallas Stars all playoffs long. Wyatt Johnston, who picked up the puck in the offensive zone, and look at that finish. That's the finish of somebody who is playing some very confident hockey right now. Stuart Skinner lets in the first shot of a game for now the 3rd time in these playoffs, and bright and early, it's 1-0 Dallas, and the Stars didn't stop the pressure after they would go up 1-0, and they double their lead in kind of bizarre fashion. Darnell Nurse has been far from the level the Oilers need him to be, but unfortunately, it got worse for Nurse because Esa Lindell's long point shot deflected in off of Nurse's backside to make it 2-0 Dallas. And the Stars stayed in control. Really, they dominated the first 12 minutes, and they could have extended the lead to 3-0 multiple times, but they couldn't find the net behind Stuart Skinner, with Skinner deserving some credit. He made some good saves in that time. And I'll pause right now to take you back to the beginning of Game 3. The Oilers dominated the first period of Game 3 before faltering to a Dallas comeback in the second period and losing the game. The Oilers in Game 4 are on the other side of things. They're down 2-0, and they need a similar comeback to what the Dallas Stars pulled off in Game 3. And with 6.5 minutes on the clock in the first period, a good zone entry down the right side from Darnell Nurse and Corey Perry led to kind of a half chance from Perry off the right wing, but Perry's shot was stopped, left the rebound in front of Ottinger. There's Ryan McLeod driving to the net. He found the puck, and he flips it home. It's 2-1 Edmonton, with McLeod getting on the board just minutes into his return to the Oiler lineup. Edmonton would be right back at it again, and under 3 minutes after the McLeod goal, the Oilers would find another one to tie the game up, and this time Evan Bouchard scored following up a shot pass from Connor McDavid to tie the game up at 2, and it's a great play on 3 layers in this second goal. You've got the zone entry from Nugent-Hopkins to get the party started, and then from McDavid on the setup, a pad pass to Evan Bouchard, who's going to the net and turning it in. Edmonton's power play then had a couple opportunities at the end of the first period for the Oilers to try and take the first period lead into the intermission, but they couldn't get the puck into the back of the net, and some failed chances to do so included a wild scramble around the crease. The puck pops out and led to Connor McDavid having a chance at the side of the net that was denied by Jake Ottinger's errant goal stick sitting on the goal line. McDavid tips it behind Ottinger. I can safely say I don't think I've ever seen this before. Obviously, you see some equipment, sticks, blocking passes, blocking shots at times, oftentimes deflecting goalwards, but I've never really seen a stick sitting on a goal line make a save like that. Connor McDavid that close to making it 3-2. Both teams generated chances to start off the second period. Zach Hyman probably had the best for the Oilers. Jason Robertson, who had the Game 3 hat trick, he had the best for the Stars. But Edmonton's revelation of a penalty kill, which has been so dominant at keeping goals out, went to work offensively this time. And a perfectly executed 2-on-1 saw the puck go from Connor Brown to Matthias Janmark to the back of the net to give the Oilers a 3-2 lead. And fun fact, that gives Connor Brown a 3-game point streak in this Western Conference final. Edmonton would score again less than a minute later to double up the lead. And it's a perfectly executed give and go on what initially didn't look like too dangerous a 2-on-2 rush between Leon Draisaitl and Zach Hyman. Draisaitl needed a big Game 4, and he gets a big goal to make it 4-2 Oilers. Edmonton locked the game down in the third period, and the Stars really couldn't create any high-danger scoring chances. Ekholm sealed the deal into the empty net, and Edmonton won the game 5-2 to tie the series up at 2-2, and that is where we stand right now. 2-2 between the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars. Friday night is Game 5 in Dallas. Like I said, the Dallas Stars have not lost back-to-back games in the playoffs since Games 1 and 2 against the Vegas Golden Knights. Something's got to give for the Edmonton Oilers. Either they have to win tonight, win their second straight game against the Stars to take a 3-2 series lead, or if they lose on Friday, they would have to then win back-to-back games to stay alive and make the Stanley Cup final. It'll all unfold in front of our eyes very soon. Enjoy it, and check into Oilers Digest for more updates.